Since when does my chair go this high? This is a PS3 collection video. You've seen the title, you know what you're getting into. I've got 177, you can't see it, 177 games here. And I've written them down so I don't forget. I think I've counted right. I'm currently reshelving all my games. PS3 is the first system I'm doing that with. I say that like I've got a lot of systems. It's just the PS3 and the PS4 basically. But I figured this is the perfect time, given I've taken everything off the shelf and they're all jumbled up in a messy order. It's the perfect time to reorganize them, and I can just talk a little bit about each game. Some of them will be pretty quick fire because I've not got a whole essay to say on FIFA 12. FIFA 13, however, you'll have to wait for that one. So yeah, I'm going to be going through letter by letter, just because as I'm filming this, I'm going to be alphabetizing each letter so I can put them on my shelf. We love this hobby. So yeah, I'm sure I'm going to have fun editing that, because there's going to be a lot of dead space between me talking, because I'm going to be shuffling through my games. So you're welcome, future me. So first letter is, you can kind of see a bit of a spoiler. First letter is a number. 3D game Heroes. This is one of the classic PS3 games that everyone wants to get. I messed up a bit on this. It's from CEX, as you can tell. I got it online, and usually with CEX you can just return them. However, I think I was pretty busy at the time, so I didn't return it, but the case is pretty beat up and it's not got a manual. So if you're ever getting a game from CEX and it comes without a manual, just take it back, because it's literally cost you nothing just to take it back to the shop and just try again, get a new one with a manual, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, I'm not too fussed about manuals, but when you're paying, like, I'll put on screen how much I paid for this now, and also how much it is now, see if it's gone up in price at all. I don't know. But yeah, definitely some of these games I bought them because I thought, yeah, this is going to go up in price, and then I look at the price now and they've just massively come down, and then it's the opposite for some games as well. Yes, I'll put this in the bag. Okay, right, organised. I think I'm definitely going to mess this up at some point, because I've kind of got to do it backwards, because I'm going to put them into a bag. Yeah, this first game is pretty exciting one. Africa. I'm not sure how much this is now. I paid quite a lot of money for this. I actually got it for my birthday last year, and it is a week until my birthday this year now, and I've still not played it. And that's not entirely true. I have played it 3 times. I've started it 3 times. I've kind of just gotten a bit bored because I've played the opening sequence 3 times. It's like I played it initially in Japanese because I had the Japanese version of this, and then I realised that it didn't have trophies. A big part of why I play PlayStation is trophies, and also it's annoying me the Japanese on the spine. I can't read Japanese. I'm not going to learn it, so it's pretty good to have an English copy. But then the second time I played this was on my old PS3. So I played the opening sequence on that, and then I got a PS3 Slim, so I played the opening sequence on that, and that's where I am now. So I have probably played this game for about 3 hours, doing basically nothing. But I'm really looking forward to this. I will stream it. That's basically why it's been put on hold for a little bit. But it's a very unique game. It is essentially I don't know how well you can see this. But yeah, you basically walk around Africa with like simulations of animals, which I always like that sort of game, like Rain World Safari mode. Like, if you know, you know. But it's just really weird as well. Earn money to purchase licensed Sony camera equipment. It's like, it's all about, they've got like loads of Sony cameras shoehorned in. It's a very unique game that you can only really experience on the PS3. So I do recommend this. However, it's a lot of money, so maybe get the Japanese version if you can read that. Now, this is the newest game I've picked up. It is Akiba's Trip. I don't know what it is exactly. I don't think I'm ever going to play it, but it's one of these games that you'll see this quite a bit in this collection, honestly. It's like, I see a game online and it's like people are like, oh, this is going to go up in value. So it's like, yeah, I'll buy it. And then usually it doesn't go up in value. I'm an idiot, basically, is what I'm saying. But I want to say it's called Collector's Quest. He said that you pick this up on Amazon because it's cheap. So I did. It got refunded for some reason, but then I bought it again and it's here now. I don't know if I'll have to play it, but if I want to sell it eventually, I can do, I guess. Not that I plan to do that. But yeah, I don't know what the hell this game is, and I don't know if I want to know. Alright, this next one. Aliens Colonial Marines limited edition. This is that one which I feel like I should be opening the boxes actually, shouldn't I? Yeah, Africa had a manual in it, that's all you need to know. Yeah, Aliens Colonial Marines. This game had a load of money siphoned away so that Randy Pitchford could make Borderlands, which I don't blame him for because Borderlands is great. This game is not. Do not buy this game. This is another one which was like, yeah, this game's going to go up in value. It's quite a rare title, I believe. Alone in the Dark, Inferno, specifically Inferno. Because I believe Alone in the Dark exists on PS3, but Inferno is the best way to play this game. It's got some sort of upgrade, some sort of patch to it. So obviously you need to make sure that the disc says Inferno, or other side Inferno on it. But yeah, I'm not sure how much this goes for. I'll see if I can find a price. I don't know how much I paid for it, so maybe I've saved money on that. I don't know. I bought it a few months ago. I've not played it. It's because I was quite looking forward to playing it, and then I watched someone play it, and it looks absolutely dreadful. But interesting enough, Inferno version. Alright, next one we've got The Amazing Spider-Man on PS3. I did play this game a lot on the iPad. I doubt it's the same version, but I remember the iPad game being really, really good, and I really loved it when I was a kid. But at some point, the city kind of becomes overrun with these like drones, and then it got really boring to me because like my favorite thing to do was like swing around the city and like punch people, but I couldn't do that because the drones would just kill you. I got this super cheap on Vinted. It's not got a manual. It's in pretty beat up condition, honestly. I'm not hugely keen on this, and the disc is also quite scratched. I don't know if you can see that. Can we see that? I don't know. A big scratch on it, regardless. But yeah, I think this was just very cheap, so I picked it up. The guy on Vinted said it works. I was like, probably not. But I put it in and it worked. And I didn't play through. I only played through like the first 30 minutes to try and see if it would crash. It didn't. I guess I've just got to keep my fingers crossed that it doesn't crash when I'm playing it. Now this next one is Assassin's Creed. Oh my god. I'm like so dyslexic. I thought I was going to say it's mirrored on my screen that I'm looking at, but it's not. It's not even mirrored. I just can't read. Assassin's Creed, Birth of a New World, The American Saga, which is a bit of a mouthful. As you can see, it includes Assassin's Creed 3, Black Flag, and then Liberation HD. And as for these collections, I don't like them. I much prefer to have each game like individually in its own case. But however, this is a must get because it has Liberation HD on this. The only way to get this game is on this disc. I don't know if it's meant to have a manual. My one doesn't have one. But I got this from CEX, and I recommend you buy it because it's one of the ones that probably will. I know I've said my piece on buying games just because they're going to go up in value, but I think this one may do just because Liberation HD is the only way to play this other than the Vita. Which if you've not seen my Vita video, watch that after this. Got Assassin's Creed 2 Game of the Year edition. It was quite hard for me to find this because the Game of the Year edition seems to be really common as like a Platinum Hits version, whereas this is just a regular version. I don't like the Platinum Hits. I'd like my games to look like they belong together, which is a real pain on the PS3. when you've got spines that look like that. I hate that. Yeah, Assassin's Creed 2 is what it is. I'm glad that I've got the Game of the Year edition. I don't have Assassin's Creed 1, weirdly enough, which is, I keep saying, you know, I want to kind of try out Assassin's Creed or whatever, because I've not played them all, really. I played a lot of Brotherhood when I was a kid. I played Black Flag whenever that got on Games for Gold. But I keep thinking, yeah, I want to start Assassin's Creed, but I don't have the first one. And it's one of those games that's so cheap that I would never want to buy it for like £1, because it's one of those games that you just kind of accumulate, isn't it? Like, I'll get it in a bundle at some point, so whenever I get it in a bundle is when I will play it. Assassin's Creed 3, I did actually play the first few missions of this. It was pretty good, actually. It was an Assassin's Creed game. It was what I was expecting, really. I just realised the case is broken here. Yeah, I think, unfortunately, on the move back to uni, some of the cases got a bit cracked. It really sucks, because I put a lot of effort into like keeping my games in good condition. So it sucks to know that I'm kind of the one that's done this, just in moving the bags around and stuff. But I'll just have to swap the case on this, saying that I'll probably get another one with a better case at some point anyway. There's probably a weird, better edition of it as well, because I do tend to like getting like the best edition of the game. So if there's like a gold edition, ultimate edition type thing, I'll have that over the base version. I'm not someone that likes to collect every single version of every single game. That's just, I don't have enough wall space or income for that. Finally, in A, which is this, I don't know how long this video is right now. It's 27 minutes of recording. It's going to take a long time to get through these. You'll be able to see how long it's been because the windows are open. It's going to be dark by the time I finish this. This is Aquanaut's Holiday, which is a really weird little game. Japan exclusive. I love it. I've played it a very small amount. It's kind of like Africa, but you're just basically in a little submarine and you kind of float around and look at things, which is, I really love those types of games where you're not even really playing it, you're just kind of coexisting in the world of the game. I really like that sort of thing. But I got a bit stuck because, you know, I don't know Japanese. So it was, I think it was telling me to do something, but I had absolutely no idea what to do because it's in Japanese. But yeah, I really recommend this game. It's very unique. It's not very expensive either, I don't think, for one of the Japan exclusives. And the PS3 is region free, so you can play this on whatever console you want, which is what I love about the PlayStation 3. But on to the next layer. Okay, I don't have many B games. The first one is Batman Arkham Origins. This is a game which I think might go up in value a little bit, because I'm fairly sure it's not on PlayStation 4 and 5. I don't think it is. It's on PC, at least. No manual for this. I don't know if there is one. I'm not a huge fan of this game. However, it's grown on me a bit just as time's gone on and we've not got more Arkham games. It's grown on me because it is an Arkham game still. But as compared to the other 3 Arkham games that there are, you can tell this was made by a B studio. I mean, it holds up. Definitely try City or Asylum before you do this, or even Night, because Night's good. Next, we've got Battlefield 3 Limited Edition. Cool to have a limited edition version. I don't know what the manual's doing here. It's a really ugly manual. Just very corporate is that, isn't it? You can see that. Battlefield 3 Precautions. Oh, the disc is actually limited edition, by the way, so did not realise that. Different disc. This is somehow the only Battlefield game I own on the PS3. Don't know how that's happened. Big crack in the top of the case, so I'll have to swap that at some point. But good to have the limited edition version of this. I've never played it. This is Blur. It's a really good racing game, I think. I've not played it. I really want to play it. However, I got this game in a bundle of games and it doesn't work. It was the only one in the bundle that didn't work, of course. It's quite expensive now, but as you can see, my copy has a giant crack in the disc there. You can see it if you can see it up my lamp. Giant crack. So I'm hoping that at some point I'll be able to find just the disc only, because I've got a perfectly good case manual, just no disc. But yeah, I really want to play this game because I'm a big fan of this era of racing games, like Need for Speed, The Midnight Club, that sort of thing. And finally, Borderlands pre-sequel. Probably the worst Borderlands game. Oh my god, look at that. Wow, throwback. Battleborn coming 2015. Anyone remember that? God. I think I've got that on the PS4 actually. I remember like when that game launched, my game shop were giving away like promotional trading cards for that. My dad came home with about 100 of them. I don't know how, but yeah, I guess it's because that game flopped. But yeah, I've got the manual and the disc. Yeah, a little sticker on it. I am playing through Borderlands 1 right now on PS4, PS5. I'm having a bit of fun with it. We've had our fun with it, honestly. We are on the grind now. The platinum for it is very easy. However, we've decided for some reason to go for the 100%, which involves just an obscene amount of grinding. But yeah, if you've not played Borderlands 2, give that a go. Because what are you doing if you're not? Okay, so we're back for C. Things might look a bit different because we have gotten through 2 letters and my phone is overheated. So this might be a long night. I very haphazardly put this fan on my bed. I don't know if you can see it. It's there. So if you see something fall in the background, that is what that is, and I'll probably jump out of my skin. So I'm going to quickfire these. Black Ops 1, classic, obviously. Yeah. Did you know that if you spam the triggers, you get out of the chair? Black Ops 2, classic. Call of Duty Ghosts. This was my first Call of Duty, unfortunately, because no matter how much I begged, I was not allowed a COD. But then this one came out that was 16 rated instead of 18, so that made all the difference to my mum. So I got this. I've got a bit of a soft spot for it. I like Infected, but I played it a lot. It was also an Xbox One launch title, so it was the only thing people were playing on the Xbox One for a while. I think this has had a bit of a resurgence in the COD community. I think people like this game a little bit more now. But I know when this came out, everyone was unhappy with it, but I guess they were yet to see where Activision were going to take the franchise. Then we've got Modern Warfare 1. This is the Game of the Year edition. It's got the original disc and manual, so I don't think there's a separate disc for it. But I could always have, you know, wrong disc, wrong case, whatever. This has quite a fun little story behind it. Someone sold me a broken PS3 on Vinted. I tried to return it, and the seller was like, "I'm on holiday. I'm not taking returns." So I got all my money back and a broken PS3 in this game as well, with a few others. So yeah, thanks for the free broken PS3. Got Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. Again, you know, everyone has these games. We've got World at War. I don't know what this game is, honestly. I don't know when it came out. It looks like one of the older ones. But yeah, I don't remember any of my friends having this when I was younger, because I played a lot of Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and the Modern Warfares at my friends' houses, but yeah, I don't remember anyone having this, so I might give this a try. And then we have Crisis 2 Limited Edition. I actually got this one from Camden in London when I went last summer, and I have a little piece of confetti from, you can kind of see it, from a festival that I went to in London on that day. So it's a nice little memory tied to that game. Limited edition manual. The disc doesn't say limited edition on it, so maybe I've been mugged off there. I don't know. You're going to see me do this a lot. I do this all the time on my games. I like the art to be like completely aligned with the plastic on the top. I don't know if anyone else does that. Yeah, I've played this a little bit because I had this for the 360. Like last year, not when I was a kid. and I played it a bit. And then I was pretty stoked to get it for the PS3 because I've kind of moved on to that system now. I'm getting rid of my 360 stuff. And then Crisis 3, which has a football sticker on it, which is South Africa 2010, which is one of the FIFA games that you can't get on CEX, weirdly enough. But this is the Hunter Edition. Doesn't have the manual, but whatever the Hunter Edition is, I've got it. Dead Island Special Edition. It's a really cool box, honestly. Yeah, just got the generic case and manual in there. I think I've played this game. I think on PC. I played one of them on PC. It was pretty fun. It's co-op. Dead Space 3. Never played this. I don't plan to anytime soon. I know it's a pretty cool horror game. I don't know about the third one. I don't know if it fell off by this point, but I know the first one and the second one are quite good. I just realised this has the wrong case on it. It's got one of the old PlayStation cases on with a new spine, so I should probably swap that. Next we got Destiny. One of my friends keeps saying that he really wants to play through Destiny because I think it's still playable, but that would be on the PS4. Yeah, I never really played this game. I did try and get into Destiny 2, which is a dangerous idea, isn't it? But this was in COVID, and I was like, I finally have way too much time in my hands. But I do have time to sink into a game like Destiny 2. But I got started in it, and things were just a bit confusing. I just didn't really have the patience to learn how to do things. I just gave up and went back to playing Fortnite or whatever. But honestly, I'm kind of glad that I didn't get into Destiny 2, because, you know, it's a big lot of time to spend on one game if you're into that sort of thing. Next, we've got Deus Ex Human Revolution Limited Edition. Wrong finger. Limited Edition. I don't know much about this game. I played one of them. I think I probably played this one, actually. I don't think this is a very good game, actually, from memory. We've got DMC4. This was pretty good. I played quite a bit of it through on my Steam Deck. A lot of sticker residue in this manual. Yeah, it's got the manual, got the disc. Yeah, I played through quite a bit of this on the train in Switzerland, but I had this on my Steam Deck and I was playing through it. I know it was a bit of a pain to get that to run on the Steam Deck, I believe. But yeah, it was a pretty fun game. It was quite hard, I think. And next up, we've got the Devil May Cry HD collection. I've never played this. I've only played 5 and 4. I was going to work my way back, but then I guess I just never picked up the Steam Deck again to play more DMC4. I think it might have crashed and I lost my data on it or something. There was something weird about the PC version of that game. Can't remember what it is. So it probably is best to play it on the console from memory. Yeah, this is the first 3 games. For the PS3, it might go up a little bit, but there is a PS4 version of this. So this should be the cheaper way to get these games. Got Epic Mickey. I got this last week in a bundle of games from Vinted. It's got a little Disney slip that used to be in like every DVD ever. It's quite loose in there, and then I think it's just got a remaster. Oof. I did put this in to test it, and the art style in it seems really cool. I'm getting quite into like this classic steamboat like Mickey. Now everyone's like messing with it because it's in the public domain. I feel like it's made it cooler. But yeah, I might play this game at some point, but I'd probably start with the first one. Games. Oh, my phone's gonna set on fire again. No. Okay, we're back again with slightly different lighting. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my phone. When I filmed my other video, it was like a windowsill, which was like always open, so a bit of a draft keeping it cool maybe. Whereas here, there's none of that. And the next games for D are these 3. Yeah, I'm Disney Infinity's biggest hater, honestly. Like, I don't know, I've not played them too much. I played the first one a little bit. Not like last year, I think. It wasn't very good. I think, as you can tell, I definitely have a side when it comes to my Toys to Life team. I think it seemed like it would be pretty cool if it was like still up and running, like with how you can just create whatever you want. But I think this being a Toys to Life game kind of holds it back in some respects, from what I remember. Because it's just like, I don't know, there's no point in having the figures. They don't really do anything. Like, yeah, you could just have like a character roster for this game. It's not, and then the figures themselves don't look very good because they're all in this like weird, cartoony, kind of like clay art style. Disney IPs have so much merch that you could get whatever figure you wanted in like a better version than this. So yeah, bit of a hater. I wouldn't recommend these. Get Skylanders any day. Get Skylanders over these, 100%. Pirates of the Caribbean. I had this game on the 3D, no, on the DS when I was a kid. I think it was okay, but it was one of those games I just remember playing quite a bit, but not particularly enjoying. This must be a different version because it's that era where like a game would release on every platform and it would be like completely different depending on what platform you played it on. Yeah, the DS one was fine. I didn't have many DS games, so I played it, but I think if I had other options, I would play a different game. So we've got Disney Sing It Family Hits. This has actually got some playtime on it. I have played this. We had some fun with it at uni, but it did get very old very quickly because there's not many songs on this. And it's missing some like pretty integral ones, I think. I'm not a big Disney guy, but yeah, it's pretty good for a singing game. It's like SingStar, but with the Disney songs on. And then you got the other end of it, which is High School Musical 3. This did get some playtime. I didn't play it personally, some of my friends did, because we had a bit of a karaoke get-up. Pretty cool looking manual, actually. Quite like just like the red and grey, very late 2000s. But yeah, this doesn't have many songs on it from what I remember. So yeah, I guess if you're a fan of High School Musical, you'll enjoy it. But I can't say it's really for me. Then we've got Doom BFG Edition. That's got a manual in it. I don't exactly know what this is. It's Doom 3. So I've never played Doom 3. I could play it. I'm not going to. So look up a review. Alright, Dragon's Dogma, again, another franchise I've not touched ever. This is a pretty funny manual. It's like on this ancient scribe, but it's got the DualShock 3 on it. I think, is it missing the cover? No. Yeah, I've not touched these games. I think they're alright, from what I've heard. But it's not really my cup of tea. Like medieval fantasy scenes. I know a lot of people really love those, but I don't know, it's never really scratched the itch for me. I've always been a Fallout guy over a Skyrim. Yeah, all these games are quite cheap. Dragon Age. Yeah. All the stuff in it. I think you can get this on PS4. Again, I've never touched any of these, but I think this is the one that people like. Duke Nukem Forever. I do want to play this. I don't know much about Duke Nukem, but it seems like a pretty insane franchise. So I think I probably will play this at some point. I'm not sure what the price is on this. But I've got a feeling it's probably like quite uncommon. I'll just put the price up because I'm curious now. So the price is right there. Are you shocked? And then we've got Dungeon Siege, which, yes, I'm going to roll the clip of, this was like 20 minutes ago for me, but it's actually 176 games because for some reason I've got 2 of these. Yeah, so whoops. Yeah, I'm not actually sure what this game is. It's online or co-op, so it looks like it's a MMO or something. It is the limited edition version, which is kind of cool, I guess. Okay, on to E. Okay, Enchanted Arms. This is, I'm not entirely sure what this game is. I just keep saying that, don't I? But yeah, manual disc. When I first sold all my Xbox One games, which I might make a video on that at some point, because I sold everything Xbox One related and bought it back for the PS4. I just bought a big bundle of PS4 games, and this was in there with it. But it does look pretty cool. It's over 100 controllable creatures. But yeah, it looks like it might be a bit of a looks like it might be a launch title for the PS3. It's got a nice little model of the original fat PS3 there as well, telling you all the different connections for the original PS3. It's very interesting. But yeah, it looks quite cool. Just the box and the guy in the back. So if anyone knows anything about that game, it's pretty cool to know. Now this is another game that I've FOMO bought. People were like, this game's gonna go up, buy it. So I bought it. Manual disc. I know that I think this is like the most complete version. I think it might have released for the 360, but this is the best version of it. I'm not huge on JRPGs unless it's Persona. But yeah, I'll put up how much I bought this for, and was it worthwhile me buying this? This is how much it's worth now. And then edit, change those around. Caleb, do that. I create. This looks pretty cool. I don't know if this is even a game. It's made by Zomade, which is the person that did You're in the Movies, is it called? Compose homemade videos and photos with I Create. So I think this is just software, which is pretty cool, actually. It's not even a game. But yeah, I've not tried this yet, but I think I'll probably give this a go, because I like gimmicky stuff like this. We have iPet and Friends. I think this is a sequel to iPet. Pretty knackered, this game. It's got creases and stuff in it. But I got a massive PlayStation Move bundle, so all the PlayStation Move games that you see. I just paid like 20 quid, I think, and I got 2 Move controllers, the camera, and then every single PS Move game that you see in this video came from that bundle. This was one of them, which kind of annoyed me. iPad Move Edition. CEX lists this separately, as you can see. This was bought from CEX. iPad Move Edition, it says on this sticker, if you can see it. But yeah, the disc is just the original iPad, and so is the manual. It doesn't matter for now, because basically what the Move Edition is it's just a patch which allows it to work with a Move controller. So if you just put this disc in, it will work, and you can just download the patch. But it would be nice to have the more complete version of the disc, just because, I mean, if you've watched this far into the video, I'm not going to explain why you would want that. You already know. So first bag complete. We've got a lot here for F. So we start off with Fallout 3, Game of the Year edition. I think this should have a manual, but it's got a little slip in for New Vegas. I don't know if it's complete. But yeah, I love Fallout 3. If you've never played Fallout 3, give it a go. A lot of people prefer New Vegas, but for me, I definitely preferred 3. I feel like it's kind of somewhere between New Vegas and Fallout 4. I am someone that did really like Fallout 4. I think it is getting a remaster though at some point, so if you want to wait for that, maybe. It definitely does show its age along with New Vegas. So, Game of the Year disc, there, you can see it. Different disc. Next up, New Vegas Ultimate Edition. This has gone up a bit in price because it's the Ultimate Edition, so I believe it's got the DLC on the disc. This actually has a receipt in it from 2012 from whenever someone in Livingston bought this in 2012. You won't be able to see it because the camera is so bright, along with the Ultimate Edition disc, which is quite cool. It's a safe. But yeah, I enjoyed New Vegas, but I don't know, people make it out to be like this game where you can make an infinite amount of choices, and they're like, oh, you know, choices used to really matter in New Vegas, and they really got rid of that in Fallout 4. And when I played New Vegas, I was just kind of underwhelmed a bit. I was like, it seems basically like Fallout 4, but it's less. You don't have to build things, which I'm probably going to get slaughtered for that take. But yeah, I wasn't huge on New Vegas. But I think it will be something that I'll revisit at some point, especially now I've got it on PS3, so I'll probably try for the platinum. Far Cry 2 is next. I really want to play this game because it's the one that everyone raves about. I've never played it before. Far Cry 3. I think I've played this through. I don't know, I think I've played half of it actually. I absolutely love Michael Mando. Which, hot take, that's what everyone says about this game, isn't it? But I loved him in Better Call Saul, so it's just cool to see him being insane. He's quite level-headed in Better Call Saul. We're going to quick fire through these because I'm not, FIFA 09, FIFA 10, FIFA 11. I think I did make a joke about this at the start of the video, that I wasn't going to say a paragraph on FIFA 12, but I don't actually have FIFA 12, so the prophecy has come true. And I've talked about FIFA 12 for quite a while. But FIFA 13, Ultimate Edition as well. Wow, look at that. I think this was the last FIFA for the PS3, and then the rest of them are kind of just reskins on FIFA 13. So FIFA 14 starts that, because these are all next gen. So they're just reskins of 13, 16, and then I think from like 18 and 19, kind of expensive. And then we've got FIFA Street 3, which, why did they stop making these? These games are so fun. I love these games. But yeah, it's pretty cheap. If you've never played FIFA Street, definitely recommend it. It's just completely different to any FIFA game. Next up is The Fight. I quite like the title of this game, the cover. Like, you know what you're getting into with this. There's no questions about it. Case is broken, unfortunately, at the bottom. I like this little guy in the back. He seems to be absolutely enthralled by the Move controllers. It definitely is something I will play, because I want to try out everything that the PlayStation Move has to offer. And the cover's quite funny. Just remember one rule: there are no rules. That throw precision punches with the PlayStation Move. Yeah, we'll see about that. Now we're moving on to Final Fantasy Realm Reborn, which I believe this is an online game. This is still sealed. I'm not going to open this because it's online. Yeah, free subscription for 30 days, it says. And then also online multiplayer only. This is a game, I've got like 4 copies of this sealed for some reason. I got it in a bundle, and they just had 4 sealed copies of this. It's probably worth nothing. It probably doesn't work as well now. But it's cool to have it regardless. So, and then I got Final Fantasy 13, and then Final Fantasy Lightning Returns 13. I don't know what the difference between these are. I don't know if that's, because I think Final Fantasy 13-2 exists. But I do definitely want to play this. But this is throwing me off now, because I don't know if I should be playing this for, I don't know what this is. If it's like a remake or a sequel or a prequel even, I don't know. So if someone could let me know what the hell's going on with these, because I swear 13-2 is a thing. But yeah, I know this was pretty divisive for Final Fantasy fans, but luckily I'm not a Final Fantasy fan, so I should have no expectations going in to this. I think these are pretty good games, standalone, at least from what I've heard. Now we've got F1 2011. VIP pass, cool. And then also F1 Championship Edition, which looks pretty old. It's like the launch PS3 games. I'm not really into F1. I used to watch it when I was a kid a little bit, I think when it was on. But yeah, my issue with these types of games are when I'm driving around in my games, I like to be smashing into people, and you get punished for doing that in these games, which, that's not fun. We've got something that looks more up to my speed, Full Auto 2. It's got a car with guns on the top of it. This looks like a game that you don't get punished for smashing into people with. It's a Sega game. Yeah, Full Auto 2. I remember this now because the manual on the back is advertising Sonic 06, which is cool. And then the Sonic 06 manual is advertising this game, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this looks a bit Twisted Metal-ish. I've not heard much about this game, so I assume it's not very good. But it could surprise me. It probably is something that I will play at some point, just because It's a PS3 racing game, which I like those. Next up, we have Fuel. This one always irritated me because the spine is backwards. I don't know why they did that. See, it's the different side to every single other game in existence. There had to be one, didn't they? Fuel. I didn't realize like a big part of collecting games for me is like I like to just be able to like pick up a box and be like, oh, this is something interesting from this game. I seem to know absolutely nothing about anything. But I feel like we're in a bit of a rough spot here. We're in games that I've got in like random collections, random book buys, because I buy all my games basically. I buy in big bundles, so there is quite a few games that I just don't really know much about. G1 Jockey 4 2008. What the hell is this game? This is a game. It was £1 at CEX, and I picked it up because it just looks quite rare. Not particularly valuable, rare. But yeah, this is a horse racing game. I'm not into horse racing, but I think it's cool. It looks pretty cool. And it's probably quite rare. I don't think many people would have bought this. It's quite a niche audience. We've got the Ghostbusters video game. This one has the Blu-ray movie, but then you open it up and psych, there's no Blu-ray movie in here. I got this from Vinted. I was kind of disappointed that it didn't have the disc in. But oh well, like, I don't need the Blu-ray for Ghostbusters. I think I've got it on Steelbook actually, so I don't need it. But it would have been nice to make this complete. We've got God of War Ascension manual. I've not played this. I know it's the worst God of War game as far as I'm aware, but I think I probably will get around to it at some point because it's God of War. God of War Collection. I have played through this recently, the first God of War, that's the first one. Got this from CEX as well, manual. Pretty lucky actually, I got a lot of these classics HD collections, all at the same CEX, and they all had manuals, they're all in really good condition. I kind of bought them all, I think, yeah, just over a year ago, I bought them all. And they have all gone up quite a bit in price. But I bought them in person, so I don't know what exactly I paid. But yeah, this is a great pickup, obviously. And this one is even more expensive. This has gone up a lot in price. The Volume 2. So this is the PSP games, which, yeah, it's pretty awkward to play those unless you've got a PSP. I have a PSP. So it's cool that you can get these on the big screen. And I think this is going to continue to get more and more expensive. The States had a version of God of War which had, I think, all 5 games on. It had 1, 2, 3, and these 2. But these 2 are on a code. So if you're in the States and you want these games, this is your only way of getting them. You've got to import it. Classics HD Volume 2. Because all these download codes don't work now. And then obviously the store's going soon. So I think this game is going to go up. But to be fair, it has already gone up. And GTA 5, which does depress me a little bit, seeing it, just because it's like, why can't we have this for GTA 6? Just no disc. Ugh. When this came out, it was just, you just would not play anything else on the 360. I'm assuming that, I mean, that's basically going to be the same for the PS3 as well, right? A bit of a tangent. No one that I knew growing up had a PS3, including myself. I just never thought to get one because like nobody had one. Everyone was on 360, so I had 360 eventually. I've only recently got a PS3, like in the past year, and I do really like it. So I kind of switched over to PS3. Even like, you know, overwhelming the rose tinted goggles that I have for the 360. So I have definitely converted to the PS3 now. So that's why, I don't know, I have to keep making 360 references, but same difference. Onto H. This is another regional exclusive game. This is only available in the US. Hail to the Chimp. It's like a party game, the way you play is like, I think it's like characters that spoof presidential candidates. I have played it a very small amount. It's not got a manual. The disc is quite scratched as well, unfortunately. But yeah, I ordered a game specifically from America, and I picked up a few games that I knew were exclusive, just that they had as well, because I thought I may as well do while I'm paying the extortionate amount of shipping for that game. And then we've got Hitman Absolution. Never touched this before. I think, whoa, I like that box a lot. I mean, that disc, sorry, a lot. Can't see it very well on this camera, sorry. Yeah, it's just got a barcode on it. It's very cool. Quite minimal. I like that a lot. Yeah, this has a cool little sticker on it that says PlayStation Plus 30-day voucher inside. I think this came after Blood Money. But Hitman Blood Money was, I think, the first game I ever played on PC. When I got my game on PC when I was younger. So, some memories of that. But I've not really played the older Hitman games too much. I played a lot of the new series, the ones that they're a bit more goofy, I think. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun with the modern ones, so definitely we'll go back to this at some point. And then we've got another Classics HD collection here. This has Hitman 1 and Hitman 2 and Hitman Blood Money on it. So yes, this is an old one. I definitely will be going back to this because I do want to play Hitman Blood Money. I'm not a huge fan of the box art on this, I can't lie. Onto I, we've just got two games. It's Infamous 1 and 2. I desperately want to play this. I've just not had the time, which is a bit of a lie. I've just been playing other games. But yeah, I definitely do want to play this game. And now I'm back at home with my PS3 with the SSD in it. I think I'm probably more likely to pick up PS3 games. Next, another game which I desperately want to get into, Jak and Daxter HD collection. I think I'm going to play these next, actually. I think this is the next game I'm playing, just because I want a game that's just kind of chill and I can just like not think too much and just sit back and just play it. I think this is probably exactly that. Avatar, the James Cameron one. Yeah, don't know much about this game. I'm not really interested in it at all. I've not even watched Avatar, I watched the second one. And it was fine. It was a long film, it was fine. And then we have Jonah Lomu Rugby Challenge. Which, again, this was a game which was £1 at CEX, but I know it's a rarer one. So I just picked it up because it was £1, had the manual. I think this is another one. I got this in Camden, I think, as well, alongside the Crisis 2. So I paid out, really shelled out on my London trip, £2. And then for K, we have American Idol Encore 1 and 2. These are two US exclusives. This is some that I bought from that same seller. These are in better condition now, which is nice. Both got the manuals, and they have Simon Cowell on the cover. But yeah, I think this is just like a SingStar type clone. Yeah, but it's just I'll be real. I have these because they're American exclusives, and I find that cool. And then we've got Killzone 2, which I will not be playing because I want to play Killzone 1 first. But that game is extremely expensive, so will that ever happen? Phone died, but we're back. I can't even remember what letter we're on. I guess we're on L. So yeah, L. Last of Us. Obviously a classic, but I mean I'd go with the PS4 or the PS5 version. I do hate this. I'll get into this a bit more when we get to N. But you see right there, network pass, and the back of this is a little code to redeem your access to the online features of a game, which is it's so dumb, dumbest thing of this generation by far. And we're on to some Lego games. Lego Batman 2, classic, one of the best Lego games. Disc and the manual there. Oh, CEX annoyingly put a thing on it, sticker. But yeah, definitely a great Lego game. got Lego Dimensions next. This is one that's I have recently put in, and if you've got this game, you need to make sure that you put this in and go on the main menu, and you can like each little added pack is a DLC technically. It's free. So you need to make sure that you claim that before the store goes down. So I've just done that. But yeah, make sure you do that before the store closes, or else you won't be able to access any of the DLC stuff. But it's not the end of the world because there's a PS4 version of this, so you can always play it on that. Got Harry Potter 5 to 7. No manual. This is the only Lego game I ever got stuck on. I got stuck on it when I was a kid. I had it on the Wii. And it was like this level where you're in the Weasley's house, and I had no idea what to do. So yeah, I never finished this game when I was a kid. But yeah, you can get the collection for PS4 and stuff. Probably better going through that. We've got Lego The Hobbit. Again, no manual. Again, like I said earlier, I'm not huge on like the medieval sort of vibe. So Lord of the Rings comes into that. If you love Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, these games are good. However, this game, I think it only had the first 2 films, or maybe the first film on it. And they were like, yeah, we'll patch in, we'll like give you a free DLC with the final film. And they never did. So this is kind of an unfinished game. So yeah, take Lego The Hobbit with a grain of salt. But Lord of the Rings is... And we've got Jurassic World. The disc is in my console right now because I'm playing this. I don't know why I'm playing through on the PS3 when I've got the PS4 version. Weirdly enough, the PS4 game seems to be really common for me. I seem to always get it. It's like my most traded in thing to see yet, because I must have given them about 20 of them. But I mean, they trade in for like £4, so it's not bad. But yeah, no, the reason I started playing this game was I came back from uni, like temporarily for a few days, and I thought I'll bring home the game that I was playing, which was God of War 1. So I brought that home. I thought I would play it on my PS3 that I've got here, because I've got my old PS3, which was at uni, and then I've got my PS3 Slim, which has the SSD in it, which is here in my room. So I brought God of War home, opened it up to put the disc in, and I'd left it in my console at uni, so I was like, great. And bear in mind, like, all my good PS3 games were at uni, so I just had like the rejects left. So I just thought, I'll just pick one. So I started playing Lego Jurassic World. There's something about this game. I do like it a lot. I don't like Jurassic Park, really. Like, it's a good film. Jurassic Park's a good film. But as a franchise, it's got like one good film, and then all the other films are kind of like, they're nowhere near as good as the first one. But I think this Lego game is like really well paced, which is something that a lot of them struggle with. But this is just one of my favourite Lego games, and this doesn't make sense to me. And now we've got one of the worst Lego games, Lego Avengers. Yeah, this isn't very good. I don't recommend this. This was like, I was obsessed with Lego games when I was a kid. When I got this one, it was like the only one I'd never completed. I played it for a bit, and it was just weren't it. Especially compared to Lego Marvel Superheroes, which is probably the best Lego game ever. I'm not huge on Marvel, however, I'm huge on this game. This is the best Lego game, hands down. So if you want to get into Lego games, or if you want just a chill game to play, especially one if you've got younger kids, definitely pick up this. And now we're back to games. I have no idea what they are. This is a game called Lost Planet, made by Capcom. Yeah, I have no idea what this is. I'll just have Peter Griffin tell you about this game right now.
Sheesh. Thanks, Caleb. Now, Lost Planet is a popular sci-fi third-person shooter video game series created by Capcom. On the PS3, you can play 2 main titles from the franchise. The games are primarily known for their action-packed mech combat, massive alien boss fights, and harsh environmental survival mechanics.
Thank you for that, Pete. Alright, on to M. Mafia 2. I don't have Mafia 1, so I don't think I want to start on this. But the game just looks kind of goofy, I can't lie. You can see that. It looks a bit Roblox-ish. Yeah, I've heard the Mafia games are pretty good. But yeah, I've never touched them. I don't think I'll be starting with 2. Mass Effect 3. Again, I've heard these games are very good, but I don't think I'd be starting with 3. That's cool. Reversible cover. You can put the female protagonist on the cover if you wanted. That's cool. But yeah, I did have this. I had like the trilogy or something on PC, but it was for some like weird. I think it might have been for Epic Games Launcher or something. So I never ended up playing it. We've got Medal of Honor Airborne, which, I've never played a Medal of Honor game, but if you didn't know what these are, because I feel like the younger generation wouldn't know what this is. This was like what people played before Call of Duty, basically, and then Call of Duty just kind of came in and killed this franchise. But yeah, it's pretty coddish, isn't it? Medieval Moves. I love that title. Yeah, this looks like good fun. Again, it's super gimmicky PlayStation Move title, but I can't wait to play that. MGS4. I've not played this as well. MGS5. This game's brilliant. MGS5 is brilliant. It's unfinished. I'm glad they released it anyway, because they could have not released it given it's unfinished. But no, this game's so fun. I think even on the PS3, this game plays very well. To say that it's running on such old hardware, you can get it on the PS4, but it looks great on the PS3. This is the day one version, which is why I picked it up. Now, this is something that I regret buying quite a bit. I bought it because the packaging was a bit misleading. And this is the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection. So the packaging on the back here has all these different games on it. So I was like, great, this looks like it's got way more on than the Classics Collection disc. So I bought this, and it turns out they're not actually on the disc or something. Like, this disc, even though it is different, and this also comes with MGS4. I mean, like I said earlier, I'm not fussed about collections like this. I'd rather have them separately. This disc on the right here is literally the exact same as the Classics Collection, so I would prefer to have that, just because then it would kind of go with a subset as well. I think this is probably rarer. I know it came with something weird, like an art book or something. This doesn't have the art book. So I'm hoping that I can sell this and get the Classics Collection version, because I'd much rather have that. And I know that some hardcore Metal Gear Solid fan probably want this. Next up is Midnight Club Los Angeles. This game is brilliant. I love this game so much. You can really see that this was kind of what they built GTA 5's open world off. Like, it is just a one-to-one Los Angeles recreation. In my case here, there is the Platinum disc, because if you look closely on the Platinum disc, if I can angle it right, it says Midnight Club Complete Edition, which they did make a Complete Edition case, which I do have somewhere over there, but they only made it for Platinum or Greatest Hits, and I hate how they look. So I've got the generic case with the shiny foil, which is all nice, and then I've got the disc, which has everything on it. But I was absolutely gutted to find out that you couldn't platinum this game, but I've had a lot of fun with this, and I just put it in every now and then and just play it, just drive around. It's just fun. So yeah, I really do recommend this if you've not tried this. We've got Minecraft for the PS3. This is a game I have platinum this. Got all the multiplayer trophies as well. Classic, real classic. But I mean, of course, you can get the PS4 version as well. There's nothing particularly special on this version, I don't think. I think there's Little Big Planet stuff that you can get, but I think that came to the PS4 version as well. It is a little bit restricted by the hardware, in that it struggles a bit. But that was comparing it to the PS4 version. I've now since played the Vita version, which makes this game look flawless. Next, we've got Mod Nation Racers, which looks really cool. But I am currently playing a cartoony racing game, which is Sonic Sega All Stars Racing. But yeah, I really like the inside cover of this. It's PlayStation. Yeah, it's a PlayStation exclusive. But yeah, it looks quite interesting. But it looks like an online game, so I don't know how playable that is nowadays. And then we've got MotorStorm Pacific Rift. I've never given this a go. I know that people do recommend this, but I know the platinum is very difficult. And then we've got MX versus ATV Reflex. I'm not huge into my quad bike, dirt bike type games. I used to play some of them when I was younger because I had some friends that was into that. I'm sure there's the back of this case. It's like really bare bone. It's like 3 blocks of text on it. The people that are into this sort of stuff are really into it. Need for Speed Carbon. This game, I don't know what the hell happened to it. But yeah, this came in a bundle. I really wanted Need for Speed Carbon because it was the first Need for Speed I ever had. I had it on DS. And yeah, it's just like the case is in such bad condition. It's like water damage or something. And then you look inside and the manual's pristine and the disc is also pristine. It's like, what the hell happened to the case to make, these things inside are perfect. But yeah, I used to like absolutely cry at this game when I was a kid because I had it on my DS. And on Mario Kart, you hold A to go forward, and on this, A is boost. So I'd like boost for the first like 10 seconds of the race, and then I wouldn't be able to move, and I'd just be like screaming for my dad to like help me like make the car go forward. But yeah, once I got a little bit older and figured that out, I did play this game a lot on the DS, so it's very cool to have this game. Now this is a must pick up for the PS3 or the PS4. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. This is the limited edition. One more thing with this game, a bit like The Last of Us, you can see here, online pass required. I hate this so much. If you want to platinum this game, which is what I did, you have to make sure that you don't redeem the trial of your online pass until you've got a co-op partner ready to do it with you, because you get like 24 hours, I think, of online, and then if you miss that, you're done. Like, you can't platinum the game. So luckily, I found someone online that was willing to help me, and we got the platinum together. And we also did the Minecraft platinum as well, because he was like, I see you've got that on your list, so I helped him finish that off. That was a bit of a tangent, but there's like an achievement on Minecraft for getting Frostwalker boots. I was like kicking in for a long time farming for that, because it's really, really low chances to get it, and you've got to like keep resetting a chest, basically like a shipwreck chest. So I was like gearing up, being like, right, telling this Polish guy to start like, resetting the seed and like seeing if he gets it. I got it first try. I could not believe it. But yeah, anyway, this is a really, really good game. Not played this, play it. I just absolutely love it. One of my favourite games ever. It's made by the same people that made Burnout. So if you liked Burnout Paradise, you can see it. So it says there. Yeah, you'll like this. It feels like Burnout Paradise, but just way more refined. And then we've got Need for Speed Shift, which is, I think this is like a track racing game for Need for Speed. I've not played that, but it's like kind of like Forza Motorsport. Which I can't lie, that's not really why I would go for Need for Speed. I probably would play it at some point, because I kind of have become a fan of the Need for Speed franchise by accident. So next we've got O, which is Okami HD. It's a beautiful game. And I've played it for a tiny amount, but this is another Japan exclusive. As you can see, the spine. Japanese. I don't think you can get an English spine, so I've just got to cope with the Japanese text. But yeah, probably a game that I'm be looking to plan. I think this probably has. I think it may have English language support as well, but don't quote me on that. I'm looking at the back of the case as if I can read whatever the hell that says. Yeah, so it may have English language support. Okay, on to P. We have PDC darts. World Championship darts. Now, there's been a bit of a trend from all the weird niche sports games in this lot that I have no idea what they are or how they even work. This is an outlier. I love darts. So, I genuinely cannot wait to play this game. I was waiting to get a PlayStation Move before I played it because it has Move compatible features. But my parents actually bought this game on the Wii when I was younger. So I did play this game a little bit on the Wii. And they are quite scary, honestly. The players, the face scans of them on the back, they're pretty creepy. But yeah, I mean, it's also interesting because, like, one thing about darts is the players have such long careers. Like, everyone bar one guy on this cover is still playing professionally, as far as I'm aware. So it's cool that, like, the players that were around when I was a kid are still playing now. I kind of do want to go for the Platinum, but I think it has some online stuff, so I may not be able to do it. We got PES 2016. Not much to say about that. It is PES, and it is 2016. And it is Gareth Bale. But I didn't know I had this. I didn't know this existed until making this video. But this looks insane. I don't know what it is. It says 6 legendary heroes, 1 big adventure. So it looks like some sort of crossover between the PlayStation mascots. So I'm definitely going to give this a try. But it is a move game, so it might be terrible. Next is Plants vs Zombies. I always get asked, where the hell did I get this from? This is a American exclusive. You can only get this in America. This is the game that I mentioned earlier about importing, and then I shoved in like the karaoke stuff and then Hail to the Chimp or whatever it's called. Yeah, but I ordered this because Plants vs Zombies. I didn't even get it because PvZ. I like PvZ, but this is the only way to get Peggle on the PS3. And you'll know I love Peggle. So I had to get Peggle. So I'm very happy that I've got this. Portal 2. This is really cool. The fact that, you know, you open this up and there's actually a Steam key in here for Portal 2, and Steam keys don't expire. So if any of you want a free Portal 2 for your Steam, that's probably not been redeemed. So that is, if you've not got Portal 2 already on Steam somehow, I don't know how well you can see that. There you go. Just don't say I don't give you anything. But yeah, Portal 2, excellent game. Really fun to play co-op. You can do split screen on the PS3. And I think you can cross-play between Steam and PS3. I swear I remember seeing something on the title screen. I don't know if that works still. But it's a nice idea anyway. I think it's interesting. This just being a Valve game, really, on a console. And then seeing like all the Steam integration that they tried to put in is really interesting. Because you can have like your Steam friend list and stuff pop up in the game. They were really trying to get people into Steam from this game. So yeah, very interesting. Next up we got Pure. This is a good game, I think. It's made by Disney, weirdly enough. Again, this is in the dirt bike genre of things. I did play it when I was a kid because, like every single child in the UK, you had Pure and Lego Batman, the video game, like combo disc for the Xbox 360. So I played that a bit from that, but you know, I was more there for Lego Batman. Can't lie. There are 2 types of people in this world: the people that played Pure, the people that played Lego Batman. But we have got Rage Anarchy Edition. I'm not entirely sure what this is. It looks like Mad Max. The disc looks really interesting, actually. Doesn't have any information on. Doesn't have the title on, I mean. It's from the creators of Doom, so I don't know, I kind of assume with games like that I've never heard of, that they're just not very good. Because I feel like they'd be cult classics at this point, wouldn't they? Rambo the video game. This is still sealed. This is one thing that's gone up a lot in price, I believe. But I think around this time last year, I was just looking on Amazon, and I just thought I'll just check what PS3 games there are out of fun. For some reason, they were selling these sealed. Very cheap as well, like really cheap, like £5 maybe. So I just picked this up, and I think it's like probably like 50 quid now. I don't know. But yeah, this is a really bad game as well. I do want to open this up and play it. But this is a on-rail shooter. It's apparently terrible, but I do want to give it a go because it's a PlayStation Move game. We've got Ratchet and Clank Cracking Time. No manual for this. I think this disc is quite scratched as well. I got this like last week. But yeah, it's got some scratches on it. But yeah, I wanted to play the first Ratchet games before I got into these, like play them all in order. But when I went on my big buying spree of HD collections, for some reason I missed out Ratchet and Clank. So I'll probably get them. It's the type of thing that's going to go up in value as well, because I don't think they've re-released any of these for modern consoles. You've got Tools of Destruction. Again, don't know much about this game, but nice little manual. I'll get to it whenever I decide to get the first Ratchet kit. Now, Rayman Origins. This is a game that I bought pretty recently. I paid a bit more for this game just because I've bought this game like 4 times and it's not worked every time. I keep getting scratched discs and like try and load into a level and it just doesn't work. So this disc is clean disc. It smells really strongly of someone's house actually. You know when you get that when you buy something pre-owned, it's just like, yeah, you can tell like what laundry detergent they use or whatever. Yeah, it comes with these lithographs, which I always thought were like those bumpy things that you could like pencil sketch over and it'd like transfer on, but this is just like a piece of card. So I don't really, I mean, I'll have it here, but that's what a lithograph is. But yeah, I have fumbled with this a bit because as soon as I ordered this, I realised that there was a Vita version, and I was playing through this on my own. I thought I'd rather play through on my own on the Vita version because this is a really good couch co-op game. I do really recommend this just as a couch co-op game because it doesn't really matter what skill they are. It's very accessible, even though Rayman Origins is quite hard. You can kind of fumble your way through it because you can kind of just keep getting each other back in. I know that Rayman Legends is being remade, which it seems like the most pointless remake ever because the art style's kind of timeless for these games. But I know this is coming on because this comes with the Rayman remake, like a remake of Rayman Origins or re-release. So I don't know if that's going to be on the disc. But if it is, this might just drop in value a bit, but oh well. Alright, next up, we've got Red Dead Redemption. It's the Game of the Year edition, so it's got, you can see, same manual as a regular one, but the disc is different. And yeah, this has the Undead Nightmare on it. I did semi-recently platinum the PS4 version of this, which is a lot easier than doing this one because this one has the online on it, which is still running as far as I'm aware. I did play the online for a little bit, and it's quite janky to say the least. So I think I'd probably recommend the remakes for this game, especially the PS5 one that's just come out because it's 60 FPS. But yeah, this game is brilliant. If you've not played it, definitely give it a go. But maybe play Red Dead 2 first. And we got Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition with a Move. I've never played a Resident Evil game. Oh no, I have done. I've never played a Silent Hill game. I get them mixed up. I've played some of the remakes on PC. The one with the police station, I think it is, and then the one with the bazookas and the Nemesis, I think it's called. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not huge into horror, but if I ever pivot and decide that I'm into horror, I've got a few games here to start me off. And then we've got Resistance 2, which I'm not entirely sure what this is. I think it's like just another first-person shooter. I think this was a PlayStation exclusive. Yeah, aliens to shoot at, and there's also Resistance Fall of Man, which is probably more of the same. I just realised this is probably the first Resistance, and that's probably the second one. I thought that was like a spin-off or something. But the manual's really cool. It says Officer's Journal on it. It's like kind of a bit like World War-esque. But yeah, I can't say I'm ever going to try these. But, I mean, I don't know. I think they are quite good apparently, but there's just so many games that are in this ballpark of like first-person shooter that I don't know. I think there's just better options. I think, but if you think that's a bad take, let me know. Next up, we're on S, Saints Row the Third manual. I think there is a better version of this, like Game of the Year edition or Complete Edition. But yeah, this game's great. It's just like GTA but goofy. Saints Row the Third, very good. Saints Row 2 is very good. Saints Row 4 is, I'd say that's very good as well. It's just quite different because it's a superhero game for some. Got a bit of a weird game next. Got Slang den Rab. Das Zweisspiel. Yeah, this translates to Beat the Host, and it is a German game show about beating the host. I think you have to beat the host at various activities, and then you get money. I've got number 3. I mean, number dry as well. Yeah, I think I may do a separate video on this at some point, just because I think it's really interesting how for some reason in Germany specifically there are so many game show games that exist on consoles. I feel like that's not really the case in a lot of the other places. Like you get like the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, stuff like that, but you get like the niche game shows, and there's like the chase game and stuff on the PS4. Yeah, definitely very interesting, and it's why I love the PS3 so much, because you can get these weird games that you otherwise wouldn't really be able to play. You can just import them and they'll just work on your console. You can't do that with the 360. Next we have The Shoot, which I don't know what this is trying to be. I thought it was just like a light gun game. It says let's shoot a movie. But I think it's like a movie themed light gun game. But it does actually support the PlayStation Shoot accessory. Maybe I should get that before I play this game. Next we got the Simpsons game. This is a game that I kind of FOMO picked up. I think it was about £20 from Vinted. It's got manual in the game. I did have this when I was a kid. I played it quite a bit on the 360. But the only reason I bought it is because I thought it was hit and run. Because I used to play hit and run on this PS2, which was in... There was this restaurant that we used to go to, which had this like kids area in it with a PS2. And hit and run was so good on that. So I thought this was hit and run, but it's not when I was a kid. But it's still a decent game. Simpsons. Bit of stuff on the back. This has a bit of a weird story as well. When I buy games on Vinted, I always get them for pickup. So they don't come to my house, they'll come to like a post office or like a locker. So the day that I got this game, I was actually going to an abandoned crypt with my friend. I mean, that was really cool. But I also just unboxed The Simpsons. It's like sometimes when you pick up a pre-owned game, you wonder like, I wonder where this has been. This one's been to a crypt, so it's pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna have to quick fire some of these because there's a reason there's so many in there, and that is purely SingStar. So we've got regular SingStar. If you don't know, it's literally just it's a karaoke box for the PS3. I think that's really cool because like at uni it was great fun. Just like all these songs, all the discs have different songs on, and they kind of work as an expansion for the SingStar game. So we've got ABBA, which is a pretty good pickup. I think it's cheap and it's ABBA, and like, everyone likes ABBA, don't they? Back to the 80s, this is a more expensive one. SingStar Plus Dance. This is the Move compatible one. I've never used this before because I've only recently got a Move. I can't imagine that I want to. I feel like I'm definitely SingStarred out. Like I said earlier, I don't particularly enjoy karaoke. It was more just because like my friends and my partner at the time enjoyed karaoke, so I was just like set that up primarily for them. And they had a lot of fun, so got my money's worth out of it. SingStar Frozen. El Rhino del Hino. I think, is this Italian or Spanish? But yeah, this only released in Italy and Spain, and it is Frozen in that language. Why do I have this? I think it's because I really want to complete the SingStar sets, even though I don't particularly enjoy the games. I think it's really interesting that like so many different regions got different prints of these games, and like they got exclusive games as well. So you know, like I was saying, regionality is something that's very cool for me to see on PS3. I'll just skip one forward. In fact, no, I'll show you SingStar Guitar. You can imagine what that is. You know, we've got this one here, SingStar made in Germany. Like a lot of different countries got their own native SingStar game, because obviously like the hits in Germany are completely different to the hits around here. So it's just really cool to have these, I think. Because you can see like all the regional little flags and stuff like that. And I am going to Spain and Portugal later on in the year, so I'm going to have a look locally in there to see if I can pick up some of the exclusives for that, for SingStar. One is Mallorca Party, which this one is, I believe this is only released in Germany as well. So yeah, another interesting one. It's quite a beachy theme. I like the cover of this. Very late 2000s. Pop edition, Queen. Take that. And you got Volume 2, which is, I quite like this one because she's got very cool glasses on. And I think that's just pretty cool. And then Volume 3 as well, with less cool glasses. But yeah, finally through the SingStar ones. I'd love to get a full set at some point, but it's quite hard because they're literally from all over the world. But we got Skate, original Skate. I've not played this. I played Skate 3. Skate 3 is really good, just because it's fun to like ram people into walls. But I'm sure this is probably pretty good as well, because it's what started it, isn't it? And then we have one of the best games of all time. Oh my god, what? Yeah, I think I put this in, I don't know if this came with it, but yeah, this isn't for Spyro's Adventure, but I don't know why this is in here. Superchargers. Game Club. I'm just going to put this in my Superchargers case. Yeah, Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, which if you've not played, I recommend massively. If you ever wanted to try Toys to Life, like this is the one to just go for. It's relatively cheap. PS3 exclusive as well, in that it didn't come to newer gen consoles. And then if you like this, definitely pick up Giants, which is my favourite Skylanders game. It just takes everything that Spyro's Adventure does and like improves on it. And then you've got SWAT Force, Trap Team, Superchargers, and Imaginators. But yeah, no, they're all good games. SWAT Force is brilliant. Trap Team is brilliant. Superchargers is a bit weird because you do a lot of driving in it, but it's kind of also great because like the story and the scenes, the graphics are really good. And then Imaginators exists. I hate on Imaginators a lot, but I do play it the most probably because all the characters work on it. But yeah, Imaginators doesn't have much going for it in that it's just really uninspired compared to all the others. However, it's really cool that you can make your own figures, and the designs of the Skylanders and the movesets of the Skylanders are by far the best in this game. But yeah, for these 4 games, you're better off playing on the newer gen consoles. However, they're very expensive, so you may just... It's pretty viable to pick them up on the PS3. They still play pretty well on the PS3. Yeah, I've actually run out of bag space, so I'm going to have to just pile these on the side from now on. But Sleeping Dogs. This is really good, apparently, this game. I do want to play it a lot. But I'll probably end up playing the remastered version. I got the Sly Trilogy, which I like these games when I was younger. I played them a little bit. When I got a week's trial of PlayStation Now, or whatever it was, like that subscription service where you could play PS3 games. Got the manual in it. But I just tried to like rush through them. I didn't really experience them properly, so I do want to give this a go. Sonic Sega All-Stars Racing. The manual in it as well. Definitely my favourite kart racing game of all time. You know, I had this on the Wii as a kid growing up, and this would get played 10 times more than Mario Kart would. So yeah, if you've not tried this out, definitely get this. It's only on this gen of consoles, so you can't play it modern. If you've not got it, give it a go. I am going for the platinum on it right now, so what I do need, there is some online trophies, so I do need to arrange for some people to help me do that. And then we've got Sonic 06. I actually bought this game last week because I thought, wow, that's a good bundle with Sonic 06 in. I really want to get Sonic 06, and I got it, and I already had Sonic 06, so that's going into the CEX trading credit. But if you remember from earlier, Full Auto 2 that had Sonic 06 on the back. This manual is advertising Full Auto 2, which I think is pretty cool. I realised how like creepy and realistic the Eggman looks in that, on the cover. Weird. Yeah, I don't believe this game plays very well on anything but the Dreamcast. But it's Sonic 06. You kind of got to have it for the culture, haven't you? Sorcery. This game looks very bare bones to me. It looks like there's not much going on in it. But, you know, even if there's not much going on in it, I'm sure it'd be fun for an hour or so with a move. It's only £1. All these move games are £1, so you can't really go wrong with them. Got Split Second Velocity. This looks like a really generic racing game. But I may give this a go because it's a racing game, a PS3 racing game. I love that sort of thing. It's made by Disney, I've just realised. It's quite strange. Sports Champions. I want to play this on stream. It's really stupid, it's really funny. I played it for like 10 minutes, went just to try it out when I got my move. And there's this game where you can like, you've got like a sword and a shield. You know, in Wii Sports they've got like safety equipment on and stuff. But you can literally just hit people with like a machete in this game. They go flying. So yeah, I do definitely want to give this a go because it looks hilarious. We've got another weird oddity in the starter disc of PlayStation Move. I think this just has demos on it, yeah. And a video introduction. But it's just cool that this exists. Cool to have it. And then we've got Start the Party, which is another PlayStation Move, PlayStation Camera, like party game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can play a single player, because I can't imagine that I could convince anyone to play this with me. Okay. Next up we got T. Tiger Woods. This really annoys me actually. This game is Masters Tiger Woods PGA Tour 12. It says on the spine as well, EA Masters. It's like, right, so you'd think Tiger Woods PGA Tour 13 would be the same. Nope, it's just Tiger Woods PGA Tour 13. So, you know, these sit real nice on the shelf together, and it absolutely does my head in. So, I mean, it's debatable that probably should be with M, but I'm not putting it with M. It's going with the other Tiger Woods. It's serving its time. But I do have a bit of a soft spot for golf games. I don't know why. I'm not a fan of golf. I don't like playing it in real life or anything. But there's something about a golf game that I do just like. Next we've got Tokyo Jungle. This is another Japan exclusive. Very nicely packaged, very nice manual and stuff, as per the Japanese. I know this did release on some sort of compilation disc in the US, which I do really want that disc because it has like Fat Princess and stuff on it. But this, as far as I'm aware, only released separately in Japan, so Japanese spine. But not too much money, and it's a game about, I think it's like post-apocalyptic Japan, and you play as like animals, and you just see what they're up to. The cover's so cool. It's just this little Shiba or whatever. Just bleed off. Got Rainbow Six Vegas 2. I think this is a good game, but I've never really played any Tom Clancy games aside from Siege. I didn't like Siege very much. Fun story about Siege, actually. Fun story. Full of fun stories. Yeah, this story is very fun, so I hope you're not on the edge of your seat. But I bought Siege on Steam, and I played it. I didn't enjoy it. And then I closed the game, and I went about my day for the rest of the day. I came back, and I was like, I'm going to refund Siege because it's just not good. I'm not going to play it again. And it had been running in the background, so I couldn't even refund it on Steam. So I was absolutely devastated. I hope that story wasn't too fun for you. But we've got Splinter Cell Trilogy. I really do want to play these because these are very good stealth games from what I've heard. Yes, definitely will give these a go. Got Tomb Raider 2016. I think probably would recommend the PS4 version for this. It's just the same as this but better. I'm not a huge fan of the Survivor trilogy. I think they're good games, but they're just not quite Tomb Raider enough. I think the new trilogy of games that are coming is kind of being that midpoint. This game, I recommend this so much, honestly. But yeah, definitely pick this up because yeah, this is like classic Tomb Raider, but refined. Because you've obviously got the original ones from way back when they were like re-released recently in the new collections. But these are still kind of locked onto this platform, I think. So you got Legend, Underworld, and Anniversary. Tomb Raider Legend is so fun. I really enjoyed platinum in that game. I really recommend that. And then Anniversary is a good game as well. I've not platinum that yet. But it was kind of when I was getting into platinum in my games. And Tomb Raider Legend was so fun because it's just like relatively straightforward. It's like 12 levels, and you can go back and get things if you miss them. And then it's really fun at the end because you've got to play through a speed run. So it's like taking everything you've learnt from the game and just doing it as quick as you can. I always like it when games do that. But yeah, I really recommend this. And then Tomb Raider Underworld, which is it's just on the disc, the compilation disc, but because I'm an idiot financially, I like to have this separately to that. So yeah, you can get this separately, but Anniversary and Legend were PS2 games, so they're only on this disc. But yeah, you can get Underworld separately, which is the final one in the trilogy. Top Spin 3. I don't know anything about tennis. I played it on the Wii. I'm not going to play this game, I don't think. Unless I don't think it has move support. So TV Superstars. I do want to play this because I think Germa played this, and it's like one of his funniest streams ever. So yeah, I'll definitely give this a go at some point. But yeah, a lot of fun for a quid, I'd imagine. Alright, next up we have UFC Undisputed 2009. Yeah, same thing that I've said about all the sports games before. UFC, yeah, I've watched it a few times. It's punching people. I can't imagine I'm going to play this because, you know, there's probably better UFC games that exist, but cool to have. Uncharted 2 and 3, sorry. I haven't Uncharted 1. You're better off playing the remastered versions of these anyway. Because I believe the platinums on these are impossible now. And look at that, bloody network pass again. I should have done that every time. Apologies me in the future editing this video. But yeah, phone died again. It's already on 50%, brilliant. Yeah, the last hurdle, it's like 4 games left. Right, this one. V. This is Vampire Rain Altered Species. Now this is a game which I mentioned earlier about me FOMO buying games because they're going to go up in value or whatever. I bought this game for like 40 quid. In fact, you can see this is what I bought the game for. And this is what the game is now going for on CEX. So yeah, it literally doesn't matter how much Eternal Sonata or whatever's gone up. Because this probably balances it all out. I do recommend that you pick this up because this is still a very rare game. And it being like £8 or whatever it is right now is very good. It definitely will go back up. I mean, that's what they told me when it was 38 quid. I do think it will go back up. And it being £8 feels like a steal for what this is, which is a rare game. That's all I know about it. I just know this is a rare game. I don't know anything about the game. I've not played the game. The mind of a collector. But yeah, Vampire Rain, everybody. Then we've got the Wonder Book. This was a bit annoying actually, because when I was neck deep in Xbox, like last year, I did actually get Wonder Book, and it came with like the box that it came in initially, and it came with a camera, and I just thought I'll sell it to CEX. It was perfect condition, but I thought I don't have a PS3, nor do I care about a PS3. I'll sell it. And here I am, having and caring about a PS3. And this Wonder Book has a few scratches on it. Next we have WSC Real 11. I'm going to say the same thing about every other niche sports game on here. I never watched snooker. I've played pool a few times. I'm really bad at it. I've only ever played it when I've been like extremely drunk. But I have fun playing it because it's like physics just doesn't make sense when I play it. It's like I'll hit the ball and it will somehow like go backwards. I don't know how that happens. But then like after I hit the ball backwards, I'll make that face that he's making like that. I'll just be like, yeah, hell yeah, I just did that. And then we've got WWE 2K14, which is, I believe people like this one. I was a big fan of 16. I had that on the Xbox One. And then I had 18 on the PS4, and then 20, which was a very bad game, but I still enjoyed that. I had that on the PC. I really like these just for putting like custom characters in, and you can basically make yourself like mediocre Smash Bros. And that's what I do with it really. I don't really, I'm not huge into wrestling. I used to be when I was a kid. Like I'd watch the DVDs. My cousin had all the DVDs, and it'd always say, "Don't try this at home," and we'd always try it at home, and it would always end in tears. I feel like every kid tried it at home, didn't they? The last game out of everything is WWE. I mean, WWE Legends of WrestleMania, which is one of the old wrestling games. So old that The Rock has hair. Yeah. Wrestling game. I've not played this. Yeah, if you've made it this far, thanks so much for watching. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I've been sat here for like 4 hours doing this. But I am going to be doing one of these for my PS4 collection, which is way bigger, and my Skylanders collection, because they also need reshelving. But hopefully you're seeing right now a nice overview of my nicely laid out alphabetized PS3 collection on the shelf. If not, I have not done that yet, and they're still in the bags and making a mess in my room. And I've got to say, I'm disappointed in you, future Caleb. If they're still in your room making a mess, just put them on the shelf. I mean, next time I'm going to have a bit more of a robust setup, I think, because my phone has died so many times in this video, which you probably tell with how much the lighting's changed. But if you enjoyed, it would mean a lot if you could check out the PS Vita video that I did on my channel. Put a lot of effort into it, and I think it turned out pretty well. And you should enjoy it. You've sat through an hour or whatever this is going to be of someone rambling through PS3 games, so you can click this video. That's the least you could do, honestly. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.